You cannot see the Great Wall of China from space. Not with your naked eye, not from a spacecraft window, not from the International Space Station, not ever. This is one of the most repeated facts about China, and it is completely false. The myth has been taught in classrooms for generations. Kids learn it as trivia, teachers repeat it as fact, but astronauts have confirmed directly, more than once, that it simply is not true. Here is why the myth falls apart so easily once you look at the numbers. The wall is incredibly long. It stretches for thousands of kilometers across mountains, deserts, and plains. But length is not the same thing as visibility. The wall is also extremely narrow, usually only a few meters wide. It is built largely from stone and packed earth, materials that blend into the surrounding landscape rather than standing out against it. From low Earth orbit, a few hundred kilometers up, the wall is simply not wide enough for the human eye to resolve against natural terrain. It does not matter how far it stretches across the map. Width is what matters here, not length. Picture trying to spot a single thread lying across a running track from a rooftop. That is roughly the scale problem astronauts are dealing with, just stretched across an entire country instead of one field. Many astronauts have said the exact same thing, and they were not just glancing out a window on the way to somewhere else. Some looked for the wall deliberately, on purpose, hoping to actually spot it. Some knew the exact coordinates to search, GPS numbers and all, and still they could not find it. Sit with that for a second. Trained observers, given precise coordinates, staring directly at the target, and the wall stayed completely invisible. Meanwhile, other human structures are shockingly easy to spot from orbit. Highways, airports, city street grids. These show up clearly because they contrast sharply with their surroundings. Straight edges cut against natural curves. Reflective surfaces catch sunlight in ways raw stone never will. Glass, metal roofing, and painted tarmac all bounce light back toward orbit, almost like a mirror. Bare rock does not. The Great Wall does the opposite of all that. It mostly follows mountain ridgelines built from similar colored stone, which means it is camouflaged, almost by accident, blending into the very terrain it was built on top of centuries ago. So why did this myth spread in the first place? And why has it stuck around for so long? It is probably because the wall is famous for being extremely long, and length just feels like it should translate into visibility. That is the intuitive assumption almost everyone makes without ever questioning it. But visibility does not actually depend on length at all. It depends on width and contrast, full stop. A wall that stretches for thousands of kilometers but is only a few meters wide will always lose to something short, straight, and reflective. Here is the part that makes this genuinely strange to sit with. Humanity built one of its most ambitious structures, partly as a symbol of scale and permanence, something meant to be seen and remembered forever. And it turns out an ordinary airport runway, a completely unglamorous strip of asphalt, is more visible from space than the entire Great Wall of China. That is not a coincidence of construction. It is physics being completely indifferent to human intention. So the next time somebody repeats this myth with total confidence at a party or in a classroom, you now have the tools to politely push back. You can point out that of everything humans have ever built, ordinary airport runways beat the Great Wall for visibility from space. Highways beat it too. Even basic city grids beat it, easily. All because of contrast, not because of size. Length feels impressive to us. Length feels like it should count for something on its own. But space does not care how long something is. It cares whether your eye can actually resolve it against the ground beneath it. Nothing else. So no, you cannot see the Great Wall of China from space. Not with your own eyes, no matter how hard you look, and no matter how many exact coordinates somebody hands you. Hit follow if that surprised you.